Welcome to another episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Wise Guy TV. What's up, man?
What up, bro, man? It's good to finally be here, man.
Yeah, man. What's good with you? How you been?
Yo, you know what it is. Life is fucking up and down, but for the most part, I'm doing better than I have been in a long time. I could say that much, man. You
Yeah,
know?
man. So yeah, we're gonna get into some of your story, man. And
Yeah.
yeah, because I want to know your background and like what kind of things you've been through. And so where were you born and raised at?
Alright, so first off, I just want to say, you're not gonna get the crazy prison stories. I know you get all that ill shit, you get the craziness. My story's pretty simple. But it comes with crazy. Being in addiction and drug dealing is always crazy attached. So there's a little bit of that in there. I don't glorify it. I just talk about it. But we'll go with what you said. I was born in Long Island, New York, man, Smithtown Hospital, whatever. Grew up in Holtsville. People don't know what it is. It's suburbs, Long Island, Suffolk County. People hear that and they go, rich boy, rich boy. Yes, there's rich people in Suffolk County, but believe me, there's broke people in Suffolk County too, just like every fucking hood you could go to.
Yeah.
But the block I was on, man, my parents took us to a dead end cul-de-sac called Cougar Court. You know what I mean? We had a nice park next there. We had the schools all right there, my elementary, this and that. So it was all supposed to be a nice suburb thing. But it doesn't matter. We were kids and young, so shit went crazy. And I mean, honestly, I wasn't the bad type tough kid, but I had an older brother, 2 years older than me, and he was just into that shit from the rip. So he loved to fight, and because of that, I got dragged into it. You know what I mean? That's my brother. So if he's in some shit, I'm riding with him. And he caused so much beef, bro, with so many people. So we had beef with like folk nation gangs. We had beef with Crips. But these are white boy Crips and shit. Nah, mix. It was a mix. There was a lot of different shit. And I got dragged into all that bullshit too. But I try to avoid it the best I can. You know what I mean? But
Were you
basically,
were you getting into trouble when you were younger, growing up? Like when you
yeah.
were, yeah.
It started around. Sorry, it started around like I'd say like all right. Once my parents got divorced, so I think. And look, things are blurry because of the drugs. So like my whole, it's hard to think back on these things. I forget a lot of shit, I guess, because I was smoking weeds at 12, like a lot of people. My story's similar to a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But really, I started getting into weed and alcohol. My first like addiction was alcohol. Like, cause I was young, like 13, I guess. My parents divorced at 12. And when that happened, my pops left, and he was really the guy that kept us in check. And then my mother, had to get a full-time job, so she was gone. But when we get home from school around like 2:30, she had to start going to work at 3, and she worked overnights and wouldn't get home till like 4 or 5 in the morning. So
Do
basically,
whatever you want,
it
right?
was open house, bro. And my brother, he's 2 years older than me. If I'm we're gonna say, let's say I'm 14, he's 16, you know what I mean? And it's party time every day. So like they say, you know how people say no one put a gun to your head and made you do drugs. My brother was a crazy fuck that would like get so fucked up and drunk and shit that he like, yo, if you don't do this, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass type shit to me and all my friends because we were the younger kids. It's fucked up,
Yeah,
but
when you think about it now, like,
yeah, it's almost like I might as well had a gun to my head, man, because he would beat the shit out of us bad. You know what I mean? So he forced me actually to drink my first 6 pack to the head and then smoke weed. And like, dude, as a 13-year-old kid, I was fucking rocked. Like they had me rocked. All right.
how were you doing in school before all this started?
Dude, up oh in like elementary up to 7th grade, I was great at school. Like if I stayed in school, bro, I would have been great. Had I not went down this path, you know, I could have probably went on and did amazing things, but life takes its turns.
Still
So
could, man. Still could. You still are. You know what I mean?
yeah, you know, I'm 32 now. I wish I would have caught this younger because I went to my first program at 18, I believe. So I wish I would have got it then. And I remember the old head, some old head told me in that program, he was like 50. And he's like, listen to me, kid. You're 18 years old. You have the world in the palm of your hands right now. You could do anything you want if you just stop this shit now. And I looked at him and I'm like, dude, no offense, I will not. He's like, you don't want to be me, 50 years old, back in this place, right? And I'm like, dude, no offense, I'll never be you, bro. Sorry. But then, like, you know what I'm saying? Then the next thing I know, next year, I'm in there again. Then the next year, I'm in there again, you know? Until all of a sudden, I'm 26 and I'm in like 9 programs and shit. And I'm like, wow, this dude was right. Get it now. Should have listened. But fucking sorry, what'd you say? What was the question again?
So were you getting in trouble in school? Like, how was your schoolwork going?
Schoolwork was
At
great
that
up
time?
until I'd say 7th grade. Shit went left because that's around the time the divorce happened, and then my brother was basically my what do you call it? Like, you know,
Guardian?
my guardian, my parent. Like,
Yeah.
and he's a 16-year-old kid. He doesn't know no better and shit. He's just fucking. He's in the streets. He's selling weed and drugs and ecstasy. Back then, it was all big on ecstasy, coke. Opiates wasn't like that big. It was more or less like some Vikes here and there, some perks, things like that. But they didn't like that stuff, and I was scared. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When it came to drugs, I was scared to do them up until a certain age because my dad used to always beat into my head like, yo, our family has addiction in our family. It runs in our bloodline. He used to tell me, promise me you won't do drugs. Promise me you won't do drugs. We like my family's all alcoholics, and then I have a bunch of drug addicts in the family. So I was scared as death to do drugs. But my brother, on the other hand, didn't give a fuck. So like I said, every day was a party, right? So all these people would be coming over. You know what I mean? Like the house would have like 30 people a night and shit. And all types of drugs was around. So it was
Mm.
almost like product of my environment. Eventually I caved, you know, and I wanted to fit in. That's what it comes down to. I wanted to be cool and be like these kids. You know, he was hanging out with real gang bangers, like Bloods, a lot of blood kids. And these kids were from like Brooklyn and wild shit going on shit. And I wanted to be a part of it. So,
Would you go out there and hang out with them, or would they
dude,
come out to where
luckily,
you were?
like my brother did fuck me up, but in a sense, he also made sure I was safe. And he knew like my heart wasn't into fighting and robbing. Like they would go out to Brooklyn literally just to go rob people. It was like a thing. Like the Brooklyn kids would come pick them up, they'd ride out, and then I don't remember the block, but like it was a thing where they would just go down streets and just punch people, rob them, take everything they got. It was wild. But to me, I never wanted that. Like I just wanted to chill, man. I was really heavy into weed first. First the alcohol, then the weed. And you know what the weed did to me, man? It made me really fucking paranoid, bro. I think it actually might have ruined me to this day. Like I call it anxiety, but it's like paranoid anxiety. And I think it's from all the weed I smoked, bro. It like affected my brain. I
It
could
could
be
be.
wrong, but like if you smoke enough weed, you know, you get paranoid as fuck. But I was the kid who would smoke the blunts and sit in the background while all this party's going on and just observe. You know, I was the quiet one, just watch and learn, watch and learn. And like, because I don't know, I guess I was a little smart. I was really smart. And I think, you know, Bronx Tale, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. That's my
Mhm.
life fucking story. I wasted talent because, like, not just to brag or sound like something special, but everything I do, I touched, I was pretty good at it, like really good at shit, sports, fucking any and everything. So, and I played sports, you know, And if I would, I was good at it, you know, I was running back, I was a fucking shortstop, all that, and very good. You know, I had people talking to me about travel teams and stuff. I was young, granted, but for my age, I was like advanced. And my dad linked me up with my brother when I was younger, so I was playing with kids 2 years older than me, and I was hanging in there with them, still doing this. But
Did you have any dealings with the police as your time coming up as a teenager?
yeah. So basically, fast forward a little bit, right? Basically at like 14, 15, like I told you, my years are scrambled, but I know it's all around 13, 14, 15. But like, I think summer school of 8th grade, I had to go to summer school in 8th grade. So I went summer school, and we had a neighbor named Samson, rest in peace. Like, he was like my big brother. He passed away at 21, but he used to pick us up every morning. Me and my brother both had summer school, so he'd pick us up, take us to summer school, come home. And I specifically remember this one day, he and like after summer school, all the kids would congregate at the entrance of the school, smoke cigarettes, talk about drugs, do drug deals, all that. And my boy Samson, he just knew everybody because he had a brother 5 years older than him, and they went into real heavy shit like coke, guns, all that type shit, right around the block too, you know.
And were they already out of the school by the time you guys got into the high school?
Yeah, they all were like dropouts and shit like that. You know what I mean?
So you knew where to meet these people, and like,
Well, this is what I'm getting to. So the one day he picks us up, he talks to a bunch of people, he gets the car, he's like, yo, we gotta go. He drives us back to my house. We go to the kitchen table. He busts out weed. It was just regs, just like a fucking, I don't remember. I think it was an ounce. No, it was like it was either half or an ounce of weed. I watched him take it.
Looked like a lot to you back then, right?
Yeah, but what amazed me was he goes, yo, I paid $50 for this, so it must have been a half because this is regs days. He's like, yeah, I paid $50 for this, right? He's like, watch. He takes it, bags it all out to $100 worth, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, you paid 50 for that, and that shit now is right. But first, then he drives us back to the school where they congregate. And I watch him walk up, talk to a bunch of people. He comes back to the car, and he just made $50 in 2 seconds. And that right there is where I fucking went down. I seen that, I was amazed, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Because yes, suburbs, it was rich kids all around us, but we're the broke ones. Like, we were the lower middle class who, you know, just we had what we needed, but everyone else had cell phones.
You're the kids that all think alike. You're the kids that get into the mischief around the neighborhood, right? All the same shit.
Right. Yeah. And I fell in love with the idea of that you could drop this little bit of money and make that much money off it. So my mind right there said, I want to do this. So my mission was get $100, so I could take that 100 and make 2. And then from there, it all just went, you know, I was hooked. I was hooked into that, and that's where I started getting in trouble. My thing was, like, my place, you know how everyone has their place and their position in the crew? Mine was fucking, I could get money. So that's what I started doing. And even though I was a little skinny, little young kid, I was protected by the people around me. Like, they had a reputation. My brother, my boy Samson, and a whole bunch of other people. So people wouldn't fuck with me, so I could just make money. That's what I did. I made a bunch of money. But then, I basically, one night, it's a party. We'll get into the drug addiction part. You said, did I get in trouble? My first time getting in trouble, 16 years old, man, ignorant as fuck. I just dropped out of school, you know, it was a week later, and I was selling bud. My boy Mark hits me up like, yo, you got weed? I need weed. I'm like, yeah, come through. Picks me up. He's like, yo, I'll smoke it with you. Hop in. So I'm like, why not? You know, he paid for it. I'll smoke it with him. Hop in. We take this ride. As we're driving around, you know, I didn't realize exactly what he had, but he had a lot of shit in his car. But as we're driving around, he's trading bags of crack to this person. He's picking up more drugs as we go, and basically racking up felonies in the trunk. And I just didn't know the law, man. I didn't know the law. I didn't know that just because it ain't mine, that if we get arrested, I'm getting charged, unless he
Yeah,
takes the rap.
yeah, but that depends on what happens when they ask him, is it yours? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And what he did was some dickhead shit, but he made up for it. But so we take this bitch. So his connect was this lady Beans. I could talk about this now because it's all like old, 12 years old. I don't know, whatever, past statute of limitations. But basically, his connect's best friend was this girl Joan, who's a crackhead. Now these people are like 45. I'm 16. They're old as fuck. They're whatever. We get her scripts, and we're in the middle of trading her crack for some perks. I wanted the perks because at this point I was hooked on perks. So she hands me the perks. I'm counting them in my lap. Fucking this kid gets a phone call, and as we're driving, he picks it up like a fucking jerk off, answers the phone, and then what happens? Whoop whoop. We get lit up for him answering the phone.
Stupid shit.
I grabbed the perks. I hand it back to the lady. Whatever. Thank God, because that would have been another felony. But so they pull us all out the car. They illegally searched us because they asked permission to search. He said, hell no. They grabbed the keys out the ignition regardless. They fucking took, they went right to the spot. He had this red jacket, and they knew, and he had everything in one bag. So he had basically started off with an ounce of crack already bagged out in tinfoil. Like he had tinfoil folds, but he had like mad, an ounce bagged out. Then he had an ounce of coke, same thing, all bagged out. And then when he was doing trades, he picked up an ounce of weed. He picked up steroids. He had needles in the car, and he didn't even realize he had like Valiums in the ashtray, all kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
So they start fucking searching us. Whatever comes to whatever. They pull it out the trunk, and they're like, "Oh yeah, what's this?" And he looks at it, and I already know because I'm looking at him, and he's on his tippy toes. I'm like, "Oh, this cocksucker's running," and boom, he literally goes, "That ain't mine," and tries to run. He ran, he got far, but they caught him. They tackled his ass, and we were literally like fucking up half a mile from the precinct right there. So, but as soon as he took off, I went to look, and my face was in the concrete, mushed down.
They grabbed you, yeah.
Yeah, and they throw me in the car. They throw the bitch in the car. I mean, they throw the girl Joan in the car. Pardon my language. Fucking, I curse a lot.
They charge all of you with the same shit, right?
Dude, yeah. And what's crazy though is I'm 16. I don't know. I thought, I'm thinking I'm fine. I was like, all right, I'll go to the precinct shit, but I'm going home.
No.
He told me in the car, he said, yo, don't say shit. Don't say fucking word. So that's what I did. I didn't say fucking word. They had me handcuffed to the desk. They're pressing me. Whose jacket was that? I'm like, listen, I don't know nothing, man. All I know is it ain't mine, and I want to go home. And they're like, yo, they're telling me, yeah, you're going home. Just to fuck with me. They're trolling me. Yeah. And then the next thing I know, they're fucking sticking me, in the cell for the night. And so now I could see my boy across. He's back there too, and I could see him across from the cell. And I'm so angry at this kid, man. And he's just looking at me, laughing in my face, like dying. He's like, "Yo, you're gonna get charged with what I got charged with. I didn't want to tell you, but you will." He's like, "But yo, I had to do that for now until I talk to my lawyer." He's like, "Just ride it out. Just trust me, I got you." So I'm like, all right, bro, I'll ride it out. Then we go to court, right? I had no charges ever. We go in front of the judge. They're like, yo, the lady tries to say, yo, he has no priors. He's not a flight risk, this, that, the third. The judge looks at the paperwork. He's like, yo, listen.
There was no weapons, right? No weapons in the car?
No weapons. That's one thing I always try to stay away from, because in New York, they don't fuck around with that shit. And honestly, I'm not going to shoot somebody unless they were going to come to my house, and then I'll shoot you. But fucking, yeah, so the judge goes, yo, You know what I mean? Due to the seriousness of these charges, I'm denying your RRR. Bail set 10 grand. Boom. So I'm like, ugh. You know what I mean? I got sick. Heart drops. And I'm going
So it's
to
like a
I'm going
thousand. It's a
I'm
thousand to
going
get out, right?
yeah, 10,000 with the bond, which I guess is what 10%,
Yeah.
thousand. I think my stepfather bailed me out. I think he said he put up 3 grand.
How long? How long? How long did he make you wait?
It was like I was in reception. I didn't even go to population. So, but back then in Riverhead, you were up there for like a week. You know what I mean? So I think it was like 5 days a week. It wasn't nothing crazy, but still, bro, that shit scared me straight a little bit. Like I was like, fuck, this is horrible, man. Like jail sucks, bro.
It's the worst, man.
Oh my god, the most depressing place I've ever been in my life. And like
Same
I'm
here.
trying to make phone calls home. No one's answering. So I'm thinking, oh my God, they're pissed. Like, no one's even going to help me. I'm fucked. But what I didn't know is they were just trying to get bail money. So they weren't going to waste the money on the phone calls. But I thought they gave up on me. So, like, after 4 days, 5 days of trying, I said, I had to brace myself, man. I'm like, all right, look, I have to do a bit. Because when you're in jail and people ask you your paperwork, you show it to them and they see felonies and shit, they like, yo, you're fucked. You're fucked,
Yeah.
kid. You're
All
doing
these
time.
jailhouse lawyers, they all know what's going on. They all know what case is going on.
Yeah. They
And
want to make you. They want to make you sick,
they
and
all want to give you advice and shit. They think they
especially
know.
when they know you don't know shit.
Yeah.
They just want to make you feel like shit because they feel like shit. So I'm like, oh man. So I'm bracing myself, like, all right, I'm fucking doing time. I was scared to death. I ain't gonna lie, but I didn't cry. I wanted to, but I was like, yo, be a man, bro. What's the worst that could happen, right? And then I had this cool kid on the daybed outside. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? I'll get my ass killed, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I was dreading going. Yo, I was 16, so I
You
think,
walk in there, you're the only white boy in there,
oh
right?
man, bro. As soon as the judge sentenced me, and I went into the one cell that says you're going to Riverhead, there's the black dude in there like G Unit. I had a G Unit sweater, and he's coming at me. G Unit, G Unit, like coming at me hard. I'm like, oh man. And then, yo, I'm 16 and I have a perk habit or opiate habit. So I'm 106 pounds. You feel me? Like underweight. Like I wasn't built for jail. So I'm like, this is bad, man. I'm fucked. I was shook, bro. But I said, you know what? Life is life. It is what it is, man.
When you were a kid and that young, do you remember what you wanted to be when you grew up and what your plans were?
Well, before all the street and drug shit, yeah, I wanted to be a fucking football, baseball player. I thought that was gonna be happening, and then I never had no dreams of like going to college or you know what? Before sports and shit, I was always good at writing. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't know how, but somehow writing maybe, but not really. I don't know. I don't know. I used to like to write when I was in dumb young, but then it went to sports. I really love sports, but that was it. I never. Yeah, I'm not that type of dude who's able to plan a future. You know how some people just know what they want to be.
Yeah.
That was not me, bro. I couldn't figure it out for shit. I was
Yeah,
never
me either.
able to plan.
I still can't figure it out, man.
Me neither, bro. My
I'm
channel is
trying.
going in so many directions. I'm a fucking mess out here.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. So
Yeah.
after you get out of that time in jail, what happens next?
So I made the bail, thank God. I get out. For about 2 weeks, I said, all right, yo, I'm never fucking selling drugs again. I'm not even smoking weed. Like when I tell you scared straight, I went straight bitch mode for 2 weeks. Like I'm never, I was shook, bro.
Like I'm not leaving the house. I'm not going
Yeah.
back there.
Yo, word is bond, man. I'm being honest. Fuck it. And, but after a couple weeks out, you forget like how bad that was, and then you start being like, I'll be a little sneakier, I could get away, and then the next thing you know, you're right back to your old ways, and I'm popping fucking pills again. Now I'm selling weed again, and you know how it goes, man. Then I'm selling pills, and because whatever drug I was doing at the time, I was selling it just so, I could do it for free and make a few dollars. I wasn't no fucking Scarface, but maybe I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I used to look up to rappers and gangster rappers and fucking, the bad guys in the movies, the mafia guys in the movies. I was just, drawn to that shit. For some reason, it appealed to me. Like, I just loved it.
A
I
lot of
remember,
people are. There's a lot of
uh,
people that are drawn to that.
yeah, it's weird, man. State Property 2, the movie, actually really made me want to be a real gangster.
I
Even
remember
though,
watching that too, man. I used to
yo,
listen to the soundtrack all the time. Petey Crack.
yeah, bro, Beans, and Baby Boy was
I
funny as
was
shit.
I was on I was in Philly last night, man.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, it was
Oh, you went
wild.
to Kensington again?
So I went down to Pittsburgh to go chill with Cuzzo. So I had to
Oh
go
yeah,
do,
yeah, yeah. Oh
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
was stuck in Philly for like 3 hours, man.
Yo, rest in peace to Cuzzo's friend, man.
Yeah, Lori. Shout out to
Lori.
Lori.
Shout out to Lori. Yo, I went to, you know what's fucked up, dude? When I had to go to this one rehab, like my first ever rehab, my job sent me because I was fucking up, and I was in a union job, so they let me go, and they sent me to this place right outside of Philly, but they send a driver to pick you up and take you. So this driver, we're just driving along, going, and then out of nowhere, he goes, I take people to get drugs before they go in sometimes, right? So I'm like, what? I'm dope sick. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wait, what? He's like,
Wait,
yeah,
you
like,
got money on you though at this time?
yeah. My dad sent me with like 60 or $100 or something. So I'm like, yo, shit. I'm like, so let's go, right away. He's like, all right, we'll see. I got to see how it is. It's supposed to rain. So I'm like, this asshole's just leading me on and shit. And then I fell asleep. Next thing I know, he wakes me up. Yo, we're about to pull into Philly. This is the Badlands, all right, North Philly. He's
We
like,
brought you there, bro.
yeah. He's like, yo, the
Oh
cops can't
man.
even come in here, man. This is the hood. So I'm like, all right, well, are we getting dope or not? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, shit, let's go. And back at that time in Long Island, we were paying 20 a bag. He tells me 10 a bag. I'm like, what? This is crazy. He's like, but yeah, the thing is, you got to give me a bag too. I'm like, all right, fine, deal. So we pull up to somebody. This is the funniest part. He's a white guy. He
So that's
doesn't,
his hustle, man.
dude,
Wow.
he's a white dude who's driving a silver Ford Taurus. um, and he's like 45. And then there's me in the passenger seat. Like, he looks like a D, bro, straight up. But we driving down this fucking ghetto block, man, somewhere in North Philly. And every corner, there's hustlers out there in the corners. It was just like fucking The Wire type shit. And this guy's driving by. The driver's like, dope. Like, as we pass each corner, dope. And they'd be like, hard. We keep driving till someone's like, yeah. He's like, what you need? I think he said, whatever, 4 bags or something. So the guy's like, you know what I mean? Long story short, bro, he fucking cops dope in the Badlands. He sends me out the car to grab the dope out the fucking bushes because they didn't hand it to your hand. They throw it in the bushes and be like, go get it. So he makes me hop out. He also made me hop out and get changed. I'm walking through, and like, I'm a white boy who's dressed like a fucking gangster, like looking real out of place.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at me like, who the fuck is this lit, bro? Like, I felt like I was gonna get shot. And but I did it because I needed that dope. And boom, I got it, man. I remember to this day, double seal bags called shots. And then this dude took me to his crib, sat me at his dining room table, hands me scissors to cut the double seal, gives me a straw. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. These are drivers from rehab you sending me, man.
This guy works for the. Does he work for them?
Yeah, bro. Bowling Green and Brandywine. Word to everything. I
Wow.
love, man. But like, I was so happy with that guy, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whoever that guy is, thank you, bro. But then I went in there, zooted. I felt great. And then whatever, you know what I mean? But that was my one experience in North Philly. And it was fucked up, the Badlands, for real.
Did you have a lot of interactions with the police after your first arrests?
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things you would get in trouble for?
So fast forward to like 18, I go to another program in my like in Long Island, called CK Post. It's a state facility, so it's a lot of people in there just to get off jail time. Like
Yeah,
mostly
yeah.
drug dealers and shit like that. So one day I'm sitting there, this guy Tommy T, he comes up to me, sits next to me. He's like, "Hey, yo, man, I like your style, kid." He's like, "Yo, um, where you from?" I'm like, "I live in Ronkonkoma." He's like, "Yo, can you move H out there?" I'm like, of course, bro. Everyone's strung out and their mother is strung out. And he's like, so, yo, if I fucking gave you good deals, could you make things happen? I'm like, yeah.
And it's in rehab. You're doing
Yeah.
this.
He actually told me right off the rip. He said, "Listen, bro, I violated probation for a dirty piss." He's like, "I could have went to jail, but I chose to come here just to get clients. Like, I'll be straight up with you. I'm just racking up clientele," which he did. He fucked up that.
Wow, bro.
Almost everyone I know in that program was copping off him after that because I seen them all. Because I started, like, what happened is, at first I got out and I wanted to stay clean. And I went in before him, so I got out after him. But we did exchange numbers, you know what I mean? Because I guess partially part of me was gonna relapse, even though I wanted to try not to. But you know how it is as an addict. Like,
Did you have a court case going as you were in there? Did you have a
dude,
court case?
I had no legals, bro. Like, I've been the luckiest kid on, knock on
That's
wood,
crazy.
man.
I've been arrested 26 times, man.
Wow. Wow. My
Yeah.
mom, yo, I don't,
It's been a long time. Like, that's not the person I am anymore.
yeah, no, I
But
get that. Shit, yo,
like,
we all have a past, bro.
yeah, it took a long time to like get out of that whole cycle of going back to it. And I'm in a spot in my life now where I'm so focused on the future, and
Mm.
people are trying to throw roadblocks in my way, but I'm just gonna maneuver around them and keep them moving, man.
Dude, fuck them. Fuck them people, bro. Listen, as long as you stay genuine and pure, nobody could really take you out, bro. And I was telling people today who brought you up, like, Staxx, this. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up about Staxx. That dude has been consistent since day one. He doesn't fucking change up. He doesn't involve himself in drama. And honestly, he was the first one actually doing this shit. For pretty much, I think, for a fact, right? You popped up on my feed out of nowhere one day. I watched you. I
Well,
hated on.
there
I
was
was a hater.
a light, and then
Well, I don't count him because he's a real fucking. He's like a celebrity sort of type of
yeah,
guy. But out
yeah,
of all the,
like a normal guy. Yeah, I
yeah, you
think I'm the
popped up
first
on my
one.
feed one day. I see chatting with Staxx. I'm like, who's this guy? I click in. And I'm listening. I'm like, wow, I could relate to this guy a lot. I think I might have emailed you and shit. But part of me was a hater because a little jealous. Like, I want to do this, but I ain't doing it. But you know what? Overall, I was like, nah, this is a good dude, man. Fuck that. And yeah, man, you were the first one doing this shit, man. And what I like about you is you don't get involved in everyone's business. You fucking do your thing, and you bring new content every time, bro. You go reach out, you network, you find shit, and you do what you're supposed to be doing. And how could someone hate that? That's why they hate you, because you
Man,
put the work in.
they want me to be where I was, and it's just not gonna happen, man.
Don't let it happen, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Nah,
You
I got a toy drive that I got going, and it's going great, man. And I got a bunch of kids I'm gonna be buying like custom toys for. I'm gonna customize these little bags for these kids, and it's
That's
gonna be
awesome.
awesome, man. It's gonna be awesome.
That's dope. See, you came a long fucking way from where we were, and that's all that counts, man. We can't change what we did. All we could do is try to be better today, every day. You know what I mean? And we're gonna make mistakes along the way. We ain't perfect and shit, but every day we just gotta wake up and try to do our best, man. One day at a
Definitely,
time.
man.
That's all we got.
So when did you have any like major experience in your life that you could remember in between that time from getting out of that rehab until like now that you can remember that really changed the path that you're on?
Well, yeah, that rehab, when I met that guy Tommy, that turned into me being involved in a major heroin drug ring, which I didn't get arrested for. I'll tell you why, but I wound up becoming like selling a lot of dope, bro. Sort of on accident. I won't get into how because it's a long story, but like it ended up I'm selling fucking like 30 to 60 bundles a day. My habit went insane, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was only sniffing at that point, which it's not really much of a difference, but it is also because you know once you press the button on that thing, you could drop in a second.
No, yep.
Sniffing, it's a
I've
lot harder.
I've sniffed one bag and fell out, man.
Yeah,
Boom,
it can
fell out.
happen. You're
Stopped
right.
breathing. They had to give me Narcan, bring me back. So it can happen. One bag, man.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't say that because I don't want people to think it's safer to do it that way. But I
It's
guess,
not safe to do anything out there now
well,
because
yo, now, all right, let me real quick finish. So I got really deep involved in that hustle shit, and yo, there's you probably know there's no money like dope money. That's addictive as fuck. It flies in, you don't even try, and it's just like fucking coming at you.
But did you
And
feel
then
bad as you were doing it? Did you feel bad like I'm affecting people and all this? Or no?
dude, I was doing so much. I'm numb when I was doing it. Yeah, you know, when you're numb, you just and you think you're helping people. These people are sick. You like, you think
Yeah,
you're
like, oh,
playing.
I'm making them better. You're playing doctor, so you feel like
Yeah,
you're
I
I
cut
know.
him a deal. I gave him an extra bag, man. You know, I'm a
So
good
you're
guy.
yeah, so you're their friend. Yeah, right.
I'm a great guy, man. I gave him 2 bags for Christmas or some shit. Nah, man. I didn't feel bad. You know when I'll be. You want me to get honest with you, man? This is a long I'm gonna jump off topic, but this is one of like my demons in my closet is my brother, right? He hated fucking heroin because he went to Phoenix House rehab for a year because the court mandated. And while he was gone, that's when I got hooked on pills, and then I got hooked on heroin right before he got out. So when he got out and found out his little brother was doing dope, he went
Yeah.
fucking ballistic, right? He was chasing out dealers, beating their asses, threatening them, don't fucking deal with my brother, like trying to kill people for the shit. But like he finally years later he realized like after a couple years of trying that he realized like this drug had a hold of me so strong that no matter what he said or did I wasn't stopping. And like one day um I walk in and I see him shooting heroin in my
What?
fuck well all right, there's more to it, man. Like then I go away to a rehab again for a year. And while I'm gone for a year, he moves in with some stripper bitch, and now he starts doing blues and shit with my cousin who's living with him, and they're getting fucked up now while I'm trying to get clean. So then when I come home from rehab, we're all in the same house, and they're on methadones and all these pills that I love, the shit I'm fighting. So now, pretty much immediately, I relapse with them. But then I tell them, yo, you guys are wasting money. Like, these pills are too expensive, and I'm going to buy fucking heroin, guys. Sorry. So then they're like, yo, we want some. So
Oh
basically,
man.
it's like my brother went from this to this, and sort of I feel responsible for that, but it gets worse. Like, then one day I walk in and he's shooting heroin, and I'm like, yo, I got mad at him. I'm like, yo, are you fucking stupid, bro? Like, you spent all them years watching me battle this, and you know how the fuck hard it was for me and how strong this addiction is, and you went and still shot up, bro. Like, you're an asshole, this and that. And the words he said to me hurt me to this day. He's like, you know what, bro? I'm showing you what the fuck you did to me. Okay? Since you don't want to listen and you never want to fucking listen to what I said, bro, I this is the only way I could show you. Now you could feel how I feel. Maybe that'll help you stop. But like it made me sick, right? But the worst part of it all is he's the one who OD'd and died. You know what I mean? So I kind of carry that guilt with me that like this is my fault in a way, even though I didn't put the needle in his arm, but you know, things led up to it, and that kind of fucking fucks with me to this day, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I went off topic, but that's one of my fucking demons that I gotta carry. You know, it's tough. It's tough, man. And my brother was my best friend, 2 years older than me, my protector. You know, even though he also corrupted me young, but like he was a kid too. So I never blame him. As a grown man now, I can look back and say he just didn't know better. He was 16 trying to figure out life too, feeding me drugs and shit. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And then, you know, man, you know how it goes or whatever.
You
But
know, it doesn't matter if you have kids, a good job, if you're wealthy. It doesn't matter doing it for your husband, your wife. You won't get clean for other people. It'll
yeah,
never happen.
see, I always wondered that if I had a kid, if that would make me
No,
open my eyes.
it would make it worse, man.
Really?
Or it would change, or it would make you go the other way.
I
It would
guess,
either
yeah.
it would either make you worse or it would make you go the other way. But one or the other, it's not. There's no in between, man. It
Yeah.
doesn't get better.
That's scary. That's a 50-50 chance. Cause
It's
I'm trying to have a baby like right now as we speak. We're working on it. So
when I had a kid, I was fucking with cocaine at the time, and I could not stop it, bro. I could not put it down. And it was like pick
I
between your kid or the drugs, and I could not stop.
not to cut you off, and this is a personal question. You don't have to answer, but were you banging the yayo?
No, no,
Snip?
yeah.
Yeah, yo. See, I
Like
was like,
I've had periods in my life where I did different things,
me too.
like drinking for a long time, and then I'd move to pills, and then I'd move over to cocaine, and then I'd go over to heroin, and then I just progressed, man, to different things.
Me too, dude. I've done it all. I've done
I
it
mean,
all.
it progressed to that, but I wasn't doing that at that time.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
Yo,
wasn't until I was in my 30s. I didn't do that.
that shit right there is like, whoa, man. That's a rush. You'll never forget, man. That's a scary thing, and it's almost like you're about to die every time you do it. Like I
Yeah,
would be
like
like,
it's like you're regretting it. You're like, God, if I don't die this time, I won't do it again. I
and then
know.
10 minutes later,
I remember all of it, man, and I
yeah,
don't ever want to be back in that place. And you know what the good thing is about my situation? I can't speak for other people, but I just traveled like halfway across the country to go see my boy, right?
you
And
mind?
nah, go ahead.
All right.
I traveled halfway across the country to see my boy, and I went through Kensington, and
Mm,
honestly, drugs crossed my mind, but I
yeah,
didn't. But I didn't do it, and
yeah,
that's if I can think about it and not do it and follow through and get to where I need to go, then
that's big.
I'm ahead of the game. Yeah,
Fuck
man.
yeah,
If I
that's
can
huge.
acknowledge that where my thoughts are and shit, then I'm like way ahead of the game.
Dude, the fact that me and you can sit here and talk right now and not be on Kensington, it means we're the lucky few because those people that I was watching on your show, those that hell live from hell shit,
Yeah.
like them people have no desire. They rather just be bent over, leaned out, and just live
But
like that.
I'm sure there's people down there that want the help, man. That would take it if you give it to them.
Yeah, but like how you never know who's really serious, man. That's the scary part. You could try and try and try, and people could just fuck you over. It's weird.
And
Addicts,
that's one
man.
of the things we were thinking of. Like, what's the solution for Kensington? What
You
is
know
it?
what the solution is? Is the fucking governor needs to walk down Kensington and go, "What the fuck is this?" And like people need to harass that fucking mayor or governor or whoever runs that area and be like, "Yo, why are you allowing this? There's
They need to,
open
yeah.
drug dealing going on. They're making like billions of dollars in the streets, the
They
street dudes." drug dealers.
I don't even want
And
to
look,
say
I'm
what
not a
I
rat.
think they should do because
I'm not a rat or a
I'm not
snitch.
law enforcement or none of
Yeah,
that, and I
look,
don't.
I'm not for that either, yo. I'm just saying, like, I then to go after the addicts, not arrest them, but like,
Go after
yeah,
the dealers. Go after all the dealers that are sitting there supplying all these addicts. What the fuck,
yeah.
right?
I don't want to be a rat bastard either, but like, it's fucked up what they're doing, man. They're really taking advantage of some sick people, man. And
There's
all that,
pregnant women out there, 9 months pregnant. It's
yeah.
terrible,
It
man.
that's horrible, bro. Somebody needs to do fucking something.
Thank you, Dr. Drew. I appreciate that, man.
Word, yeah, guys. Staxx is actually out there on the front lines trying to help people, so hook him up, man. For real.
Definitely. Anything I can do for people, man, I will,
And look, yo, I'm not perfect. Like when I say clean, I'm on Suboxone, bro. It takes Suboxone. I've been taking it since the December 27, 2019. I didn't disclose that at first because there's so many fucking haters.
Yeah, there's shit that I don't disclose because I don't want to put all my personal information out
Yeah,
there.
and you don't have
And
to.
they don't need to know about
Yeah,
everything that I got going
fuck it.
on.
I just wanted to put it out there so it can't be used against me. And I want to show people though, Suboxone can help you change your life. It's not a bad thing if you take it the right way. Don't get the script and sell it and buy drugs with it. If you take it and you take it the right way, bro, you can function in life and live a normal good life.
But
You know what I mean?
if you can get off the heroin or opiates without taking anything, I suggest you do that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, first and foremost, try to do it with nothing. Listen, I went through many rehabs and tried everything, and it came down to, look, I need some type of help right now. And if that helps me from fucking being a junkie, I'm doing it. And look, I'm not over here like this, fucking, I live my life. I work, I have a job now. I can't believe it, yo. Within 2 years, I got an apartment. I'm paying rent. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, I live with my mother, but my mother had cancer and I came home to help her. Like
Yeah,
that's the
but
reason why I'm here. And I love being at my mother's. I wouldn't
me
trade it
too.
for the world. Like I get home cooked meals,
Shit,
you
I
know.
miss my mom, man. I want to go back. She lives close, but like, I miss living with my fucking mom, man. It was
Thank
great.
you, Drew. I appreciate that, Drew, man. Thank you.
Good people right there. Good people, man. For
Definitely,
sure.
man. So yo, I want to ask you, what made you get started into the YouTube, create with the mob genre, and where is your show gonna go? What direction are you gonna go in?
That's a good question because it's very weird how it happened, man. Basically, I used to want to be a rapper,
Me too,
and
man.
and then like at some point, I felt like, yo, people don't care about a white boy rapper. They don't want to hear the truth, and the style of music changed from what I used to do. I mean, from what it used to be. Like it used to be hip hop, bars, shit like that. And that's what I like to do. I'm not with the auto-tuney fucking, melodic-y music. I can't do all that. I mean, I could probably, but it ain't me, man. I
Yeah.
want to rap about bars and say some knowledge in it and shit like that. Like I like that type of music. And it just all changed. The whole, the as far as like mainstream, you got to be some kind of fucking melodical kind of weirdo kid with dreads and gold teeth and fucking
Tattoos
whatever.
all over your face, and you got to have a
Yeah,
lot of backing behind you. You can't. It takes a
yeah.
lot to make it anywhere
It's a
nowadays,
big
man.
show. It's a big clown show out there, and I'm just not with it, man. So I decided, you know what? Fuck that. Kind of gave up on it. And then the YouTube came about. Like, I just was on a hope and a prayer. Like, let's see. You know what? I seen your show. This inspired me a little bit. And I was like, yo, because you know why actually, though? For like 4 years when I was working at this machine shop, I used to just listen to interviews all day. I stopped listening to music. I listened to every interview from every rapper and every different platform, and I loved it. And I was like, you know what, that would be something dope to do. But I just never started a channel. But then honestly, I seen you do it, and I was like, that's cool shit. And then I seen FBS, and I seen how he was able to attack A-Light and then blow up. And I was like, yo, I could do this too. So I started doing that a little bit, and I actually gained up like 50 subs off of it. And you know, it's hard on YouTube to get 50 subs, man.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard, man.
Shit. I started the channel trying to do it with music. I could barely get any plays on the fucking shit.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
if I got plays, no one subbed. So I was like, fuck this. But whatever. Then I seen FBS, and I'm like, you know what? Let me talk some shit. So I just started talking some shit about like Calandra, this, that, the third.
Yeah.
Not even that I hate the guy. I was just trying to
Shout out to Jimmy, man. I just spoke to him a little.
Yeah, yo, you know what? I like Jimmy, man. I have the. I don't agree with everything. Obviously, no one agrees with everything. Everybody does.
He's a loyal friend, man. I know
But
that.
the one thing I can say about that dude is he doesn't come out here and try to sound like a tough guy. He tells you his story and he puts a positive spin and he tells the kids, yo, this is what happens when you do the shit, bad shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I respect that because honestly, the end goal for me with this platform is I want it to be a positive message, you know? But sometimes you got to start off putting the dirt. You got to play dirty for a minute to get a name. It sucks, but you got to do it. Like you and I both know if you decided today to go start talking shit about pizza, FBS, Jimmy, or Ayla, man, maybe not them, but any of these creators, you would have mad more followers. You'd have mad more clicks, mad more views.
It's not the way I want to go, man.
Right. And I respect that because you're really building something genuine. I'm just saying though, you could do that. And I don't want to do that either.
I don't need a troll army watching me. I don't give a shit about any of that shit, you know?
Yeah. But no, look, I don't knock their hustle. I think it's cool they make money doing it. It's just not something I'm good at doing. I mean, I probably would be good at it, but I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have to fight everybody every day. And they pick apart your life and then they make it seem like whatever they say is facts, even if it's not.
Bro, they try to be you. They try to be you. Like there's people trying to be me and acting like I am sending messages to people claiming to be me. And they're trying to fuck up business deals I got, trying to fuck up relationships I have. It's insane, man. And
it's so corny, bro.
If you got anyone out there sees this account on Instagram or Facebook, report this account. Or find out who made this account and let me know.
You know what you gotta do, bro? Did you approve to verify your accounts?
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Checks and shit. It's hard, man. I tried doing it once, but you gotta have you have the LLC, so you might be able to get it easier. Try that shit, bro. Because then people will know it's not you. But that shit they're doing, yo, that's foul, bro. Guys, leave the motherfucker alone. Let him just win. Stop being a hater.
Hey, and you can, even if you continue, I'm still gonna win. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop.
Don't stop.
I'm not. I don't give a shit what they do. I'm gonna continue. Nobody is gonna stop me. The only person that can stop me is me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Fuck
and I ain't stopping for nobody.
Everybody who has a platform, you know, they get attacked. Look at Charlemagne. Anybody. They have the same thing going on. It just sucks that they're doing it to you while you're fresh. Because they're not giving you, just trying not to give you a chance to grow. But you will. You're still growing.
It's all good. I grow every day. Every day I get more subs, man.
You're doing good interviews. You're pulling in good people. And even if they ain't catching now, people will come back and catch it. And they'll see that this dude's consistent and he's good. You're good at what you do, bro. And you're a positive person, which is dope.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's real. It's real shit, man. But real quick, how I did it was I started off, I was talking shit at first, just sitting in my car, talking, blah, blah, blah. I gained like 50 subs doing it. Then I decided, wait, I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk shit about people. This is fucked up. Because at first, I didn't look at them as humans. I was thinking of them as just, you know, like targets. I'm like, it's just people. Then I realized, these are real people getting pissed at the shit you're saying, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't look at them as real people. And then you realize, wait, these guys are real people who are really trying to build things here. And then I was like, I ain't going to do this no more. Then I fucking post some video. I did a little research. I start posting videos about Gotti Jr. and shit like that. And all of a sudden, boom, my subs start flying up, flying up. But then, you know, I didn't realize I'm stupid. I went on Google, I type in, because you know how you see people duplicate videos all the time, build channels with the same exact content of someone else's.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you could do that?
Hey,
So
if it's fair game, then it's fair game, man.
I Googled it, and it's the first thing you'll read if you Google it. It says, yo, yeah, it's perfectly okay to use other people's videos, and YouTube is perfectly okay with it. So I was like, what? So I started grabbing videos and throwing them up. Boom, 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 boom.
Depends on how you use them too, though.
I'm getting to that. Then I do it for a while. My subs shot up to the thousands. My views shot up to, on the videos to like hundreds of thousands. Then I apply for monetization, and they go, no, you're reusing content. So then I have to do more research, and then I find out, okay, you got to commentate, you got to do this, you got to do that. Then I figured that part out. Then I started making videos where I would take clips, you know what I mean? Then I had my opinions, shit like that, and people love it, you know? And I still do that. And that's what people really come to my channel for. They don't come to me for my fucking lives. You know what I mean? I don't get that many people in my life.
Mine either, bro. I get like 5 people in my life. They like the interviews, man. People like when I do interviews.
Word. But you know what? It'll grow. Cause yo, the corny shit'll die out. You know, all that fucking fugazi. Cause yo, all that shit is nothing real. It's nonsense. They're talking about the same things over and fucking over again. And shit that means nothing. Where's the fucking substance?
Man, a lot of these guys are females. A lot of these guys are females, man. Straight up tendencies. I think when they sit down, they have dresses on, bro. You just can't see it.
Yeah, like, Jay-Z said it, man. Males shouldn't be jealous. That's a female trait, straight up. And there's a lot of that. But you know what I'm saying is, I don't know, man. I think, and I'm not talking about everybody. This ain't a diss to like everybody that does it, but like, yeah, they realize
90%.
Yeah, they realize it's a hustle and they make good money doing it. I'm surprised that people, the fans or whatever, the subs, like buy into it. It's weird to me. I think people just love to talk shit and they love drama. I don't know. It's fucking weird. But now what I do is like, you see, I don't know if you've seen, but I just, like, I'll take the whole sit down thing. I'd rather talk about the guys who already, you know, they're top dogs. They're making plenty of money. Fucking, why not commentate on their shit and give my opinions, you know? And those are the ones that get mad views, and that's what I'm going to keep doing.
That's your goal? Is that your goal? You're going to commentate videos?
Yeah, for a while, man. I don't have an exact plan in mind, yo. Like, it's hard to figure out. But I do know I want to make WISEGUY TV a brand, a company, and a business, which I know I can, bro. I could make WISEGUY clothing, you know what I mean? Drop the TV off of it and just make it WISEGUY hoodies, WISEGUY this, maybe throw mob pictures on them, shit like that.
You just have to look into all the copyright and all that shit. That's
right.
Like, that's the type of shit I did right before I got on here, so that they can't take my shit now, you know?
Right. I made sure it's all called fair use, bro. Fair use. And YouTube is all about it. And if they like your channel enough and someone really tried to sue you, they'll even fucking pay for your lawsuit.
I know.
You know what I mean? So, look, it's fair game, bro. And you can do a check to make sure that video isn't copyrighted. And there's a lot of cool people on here who have a lot of views and money that don't care. They'll let you use their stuff. You just gotta look.
Gotta reach out. You can't just take their shit and.
Well, you don't even have to, for real. You know, some people just don't care. They're like, you know what? I'm making plenty of money. Why not let someone else eat? You know, like Patrick Bet David. He don't care. He'll let you rock out his videos. Just shout them out. I make sure, though, if I use people's stuff, I make sure I promote them too. You know, that's fair game. Because what I did was basically promote Mafia States of America, for real. When I put the compilation together of Franzese versus Sammy before the sit down came out,
Yeah.
It gave people an understanding of what the sit down's about. And I made sure I said, like, yo, Patrick Bet David's having a sit down. Go look at that.
They better put
And
you on the payroll then, man. Fucking owe you some
hey,
money, bro.
not for nothing, yo. Editing videos is work, bro, too. Like, that takes time. It takes hours. The shit I do takes time.
People
And
don't
I
get
add
it, man.
music, effects. I do all that. I write captions in it and talk on it. You know, it's work, man. Shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just stealing and doing some easy stealing. Nah, I put work in. I wish I could. But,
Hey,
you
man.
know, man, you got to do the right thing so it doesn't come back to haunt you either, you know? But then
Yeah.
I also did a lot of bash videos and like, but you grow as you learn, as you go, you learn and you
I'm
grow.
sure I'll do some of those in the future.
Yeah, bro.
But that's my right, you know?
Exactly. Fair use, bro. Copyright. It's in there. I read it. I make sure I put that too in front of the video. I
Yeah,
post it.
I've noticed that.
Make sure they know, like, yo, this is fair use, bro. I'm not stealing your shit because I'm commentating. As long as you're adding something to it, and try not, like, I fucked up because I did a lot of bashing people while I'm using their videos, and I realized, like,
Yeah.
all right, dude,
Because
if I'm
they'll report your shit and all this shit.
luckily they haven't. I had one when I used that was way back though when I told you I was just taking videos and putting them up without doing nothing to them.
Yeah.
Mafia Truths, A-Light, he put in a copyright claim.
He did?
He didn't strike me, but he put a claim in just to let me know, like, yo, don't use my shit without at least doing fair use. And I deleted the video, and that was that. But, you know.
People
shit.
with me, man, it's all about just ask me, man. Say, yo, do you mind if I use it?
I did do that with you.
No, I'm talking about other people, man. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely emailed you. I said, yo, do you mind if I do this? This is my idea. And you're like, you could do that. I don't know. Actually, I thought about it later, and I was wondering, did he mean you can do that, or did you mean you could do that? You know, I don't know.
No, I meant you could do that. Like, do it.
And it worked for a while. That shit all helped me build up a channel. But then I had to take it down because every time I applied for monetization, they denied me twice or 3 times. So then I finally figured out how to do it. I applied that last time, and then boom, finally it worked. But I had to delete a lot of shit. I had videos with like 180,000 views that I had to delete, but I couldn't have got paid off them anyway.
Yeah.
But
if you can't get it monetized, you ain't getting paid from it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I realized it also it promoted me, so I ain't mad at it. Like all them videos promoted me. That's why I shout out Gotti Jr. a lot because his videos pushed me far. And I think like I've never spoke with them besides Angel a little bit, but
shout out to Chicky, shout out to Gotti Jr., shout out to Angel.
Yeah, shout out to all of them, man. Angel has reached out through just comments and been like, yo, thank you for defending my brother or whatever. Like when Jimmy came out calling him a rat, just off emotion. I know he's came back and said, look, I didn't, I like him. I like Junior. But at the time, I was like, yo, don't come at Junior, man. And I kind of did this video on him on Calandra, but I actually put it on private, unlisted, so because I felt bad. I'm like, you know what? He doesn't need to get fucking slandered like that. And then my new goal though now is this: if I'm gonna report on things, I'm not gonna do it with my opinion. I'm gonna do it with the facts of each side professionally, so I don't feel like a jerk off at the end of the day.
That's why I let people tell their stories, man. If other people don't agree with what they say or they got a problem with it, that's on them.
You're just an interviewer.
I'm just interviewing people. It's not
yeah, bro. That's a fact. No one should be blaming you, but it's gonna happen anyway. They're gonna want somebody. You know how people are, man. They're just fucking whatever. Are you reading the chats? 'Cause I haven't read one of them. Are they talking shit?
Nah, they're not talking shit. If you look on your top right, you could click on the chat. You can see.
No, I just haven't read it because I didn't want to get distracted.
No one's talking shit.
Are we getting good feedback?
Yeah.
I see a lot of my homies showed up, West Texas. Let me go to the top. Let's shout out a few. You want to pull up some
Yeah, go ahead.
comments?
Yeah.
You do it. Pull up some comments and shit. Unless, yo, do you have more questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I'll get into some questions here. I'll bring up a couple.
William Moeller, see, you got a lot of love, Staxx. That's what I noticed too with me. I got a little fan base, but they fuck with me hard. They support me.
Yeah,
And
my
they tell
people
me,
too, man.
they keep it real with me. They're like, yo, be you, bro. Don't get involved in that beef shit. Because I always tell them, like, I'm almost tempted to just start talking shit on everybody. Because
I think everybody is, man. Like
yeah,
shit gets old, man.
if there's
People
that
are
much money in
idiots.
it, why the fuck wouldn't I want to talk shit? But then you realize I want to be who I am, man. Fuck that. I'm gonna be me, man.
Yeah, no
And
one's gonna stop me from who I am, you know?
facts, bro.
They want to try though.
And you know, my apologies for taking so long to get on, bro. I'll be honest with you, I'm just nervous. Like, you know how it is. I have bad anxiety, bro.
I do too, man. My anxiety is pretty bad too. Ask anybody I ride in a car with.
Yeah, right. Fuck, man. I get it all the time, even for no reason, yo. Like, yo, I should be prescribed benzos, but the problem is I would abuse them. I can't not. So it's like I can't take them. I just have to deal with fucking life as it goes, bro.
I get anxiety when I know there's people watching. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
dude. Right now, well, I'm not. Right now, I feel comfortable because you made it a good. You're a good interview. It's a comfortable show. But like,
Thanks,
just
man.
going in stores, I go in a grocery store. I feel like everyone's like fucking ice grilling me. Yo, especially down south though, the way I
You
dress.
don't even got tattoos on your face, man. Like,
Yeah.
fucking grilling me everywhere I go, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this fucking guy stealing shit.
Shit. If I had tattoos on my face, my anxiety, I'd be on fucking drugs. Fuck it. No offense. I'm saying my anxiety would be like beyond fucking. Yeah, I get what
everybody's looking at you.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, man.
Yeah, that is. I never thought about that. That's tough.
When I go to church, man, everyone's head turns
Salute,
and shit, you know?
Yo, salute to that guy. Also, yo, I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I want you to eat. Word, man. Bro, I feel you. Always feel like pounding Kuzo. Does people wanna? Shit, how you want to do this, Staxx? How long you want to go on? Cause I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah, we're pretty good now. We could save the rest for part 2, man.
All right, you want to do a part 2?
Hell yeah.
Yo, you're the man, bro. I really appreciate you having me on, bro. It's awesome.
Definitely, man. Anytime, man.
How many people did we get? Cause I can't even see how many.
26 at the most, I think.
That's all right.
Hey, man, if I get one person, I'm happy, man.
Me too. I don't get shit on my lives, but this is cool, bro.
People watch my interviews, and the views will go up.
Of course. And I'm gonna promote it. If you don't mind, I'll fucking
hell yeah. And part 2,
post this.
You can, and I'll have you write like little cliff notes for part 2, so you could tell like different stories.
Okay.
Of where we left off. Remember where we left off?
Kinda.
I remember where we left off.
All right, just shoot me a text or whatever.
Yeah, definitely, man.
All right, good feedback. We're getting good feedback, man. Yo, do me one solid, bro.
What's up?
Throw up my Cash App for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to, you know what I mean? Because, yo, people got to understand this kind of is a job, bro.
His Cash App will be in the description of this video, and you can click on it, or you can follow the link. And
it's simple, guys. It's Wise Guy TV at Cash App, and then it's Wise Guy TV on Venmo. But yeah, just anything helps. You know what I mean? And also help out Staxx too. You know what I mean? He's good at what he does, bro. And he's helping the kids and all that. So that's commendable. That's respectable. It's a good dude right here, bro. The
That's his
first
cash
day I
app
ever
right there. So
thank you. Thank you. Yo,
no
the first
problem,
time
bro.
I ever reached out to him, he answered me right away. And he's like, yo, if you ever need help with anything, let me know. Like, he's a real dude. He's genuine and he sticks to his word. That's important.
And
So,
hey, man, these people could keep hating me all they want. I'm gonna love you right back, man. I don't give a shit.
facts.
So, man, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And thanks for coming on, man.
Yo,
See
much
you
love,
guys
Staxx.
next time. Thanks,
Keep
bro.
your head.
Definitely.